So it's time to start sanding the hull. I wasn't meant to do this part of the project though, but for a few reasons I have to. One of the reasons is the boat has been painted with enamel paint. One of the downsides of that paint is that it will lose its shine. So if you can see, it's quite bumpy and dull, the texture. But at the same time I have some bits that have lost paint and I need to at least paint those bits again. But since the boat paint is dull, I would end up with a dull boat with glossy patches, and I can't have that. I have absolutely no experience in sanding a boat hull, so there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me here, and I have to figure some things out. I'm not entirely sure what's the best way to sand it, but I'm sure I'll figure that out during the project. I started sanding the hull today, and it took me a little bit time to figure out. What I learned is that if you take 40 grit, it will cut down the paint very quickly. I'm gonna continue tomorrow, and there's a few things I want to figure out still. I think I can make my sanding much more efficient than I've been doing so far. Cool, so we did some sanding yesterday. We did get some paint off, which wasn't necessarily the target. The target was to even it out, but I think I might have figured it out yesterday, so we'll continue today with, this is only a section of the boat anyway. These bits are really difficult to get out. This is gonna show through the paint, so I need to work on that a little bit more. All this unevenness. It needs to be roughly like, I don't know if you can see that, roughly like this to not show. All of this will show, but that's fine. I will just add character, but this is gonna come out patchy. These needs to be feathered out. This is a lot of work, but I mean it can be done. Yeah. I accidentally dropped the vacuum cleaner in the water there. Okay, so the vacuum cleaner fell in the water, so that's so it doesn't work now, so great. Can't really recommend it to anybody. So that's been some project. I think it took me a day or two in actual work time to sand down the whole top sides of the hull, and yeah, it was fairly okay. I found that the best combination was to just knock off the worst with the 40 grit and then a little bit also with the 60 grit, and then to start smoothing it out I was using 80 grit and 120 grit, and then to finally smooth it out even more I used 180 grit. So that seemed to work fairly well. So obviously this was a fairly messy project and I would have preferred to use a wet sanding method, but I also wanted to use a orbital sander to get through this project. So yeah, paint dust everywhere. You can see some.